Dear students, good morning to you. I am SIVA Kumar from Sri Vidyamadhi Metric Higher Secondary School, Othangarai. Dear students, today we are going to start 11th textbook biology. I mean biozoology, 11th textbook. The chapter number 9. Locomotion and movement. Locomotion and movement. See, this is the topic. Already in my previous class, from the locomotion and movements, muscular structure and functions. Muscular structure and functions we already talked about. Today we are going to start the new topic, skeletal system and functions. Today we are going to start skeletal system, and its functions. Listen. From the human body, many organ systems are formed. From our bodies, may present organ systems are there. For example, we are going to take a digestive system. It may present endocrine and digestive glands. I mean exocrine gland and endocrine glands are present. Same way, nervous system also may present many organ system that likes. The locomotion and body movements are regulated by two important organs. One is the muscular system, second one is skeletal system. Muscular system, my previous class already taken that. And today's topic is skeletal system and functions. The skeletal system it's a framework by bones and cartilages. The skeletal system constitute a framework of our bodies. One is the bone. Second one is cartilages. One is the bone. Second one is cartilage. What is the meaning of framework? Framework means our body structure, design. The body head structure, it's a oval shape. Middle piece of body or middle body structure, that's a trunk. Flat shape. Leg structure, hand structure, every body parts designed by skeletal and muscular structure. Skeletal and muscular structure, both are composed. It's a framework. Framework means design our body structure. See that the skeletal and the muscular structure both are in embryonic stage onwards to up to nowadays. It is developed from important structure. The embryonic membranes are three categories. I mean, three layers. The human embryo consists of three layers. That is the outermost layer, and this is middlemost layer, innermost layer. That is primary embryonic layer. What is the name? Primary embryonic layer. The primary embryonic layer 3. The outermost layer name is ectoderm. Outermost layer name ectoderm. Middlemost layer name mesoderm. Innermost layer name endoderm. That is human embryo, primary embryonic layers. The embryonic layer, it is formed from the union of egg and sperm from a zygote. The zygote, furtherly they are going to develop into many cell, a ball-like structure. That name blastula. What is the name? Blastula. Blastula develop into gastrula. From the gastrula stage, many cells are there. Among the many cells, between cells form a three layers. First layer, second layer, third layer. I means from the outside to inside. Ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. From the inside to outside, endoderm, mesoderm, ectoderm. That three layers are called primary embryonic layer. Why I am telling this topic? Because of need that now. Reason, the body muscular structure and skeletal structure. Our body muscular structure and skeletal structure both are origin from the mesoderm. Origin from the mesoderm. So, muscular structure and skeletal structure both are developed from mesoderm. Both are developed from mesoderms. That the skeletal structure not individually present in our bodies. It is attached with the muscles. It attached with the muscles. So the skeletal system and the muscular system, that is the muscular system. Second one is skeletal system. Both are joined. That junction is called tendons. What is the meaning of tendon? From our body, muscles are there, bones are there. Bones and muscles are together attached. That attachment is called a tendon. That attachment is called a tendon. The tendon, it is also involved in framework of our body. Tendon is involved in framework of our bodies. Understand? The bone structure, it is act as a liver system. The bone or skeleton. The bone or skeletal, it acts as a liver system. What is the meaning of liver? They will stimulate the body function, balance the body weight, and stimulate other activity. That is called act as a liver system, which is skeletal. Skeletal otherwise called bone. So our body skeletal system act as a liver system. Act as a liver, it stimulates the body functions. Right. This is the introduction of which is skeletal system and functions. Next one is in all the animal bodies. The animals are classified two categories. One is the vertebrate. One is the vertebrate. The second one is invertebrate. One is the vertebrata. Second one is invertebrata. The two topic is very essential. What is the meaning of vertebrate? Vertebrae, which means presence of backbone and spinal cord and pharyngeal gill slit. The pharyngeal gill slit, it is part of which is digestive tract and other internal part of body organs initial opening. That is pharyngeal gill slit. Second one is spinal cord. It's a main part which is nervous system. Another one is vertebral column or backbone. The backbone is very important. The backbone is very important because of it is framework of our bodies. So backbone and spinal cord and pharyngeal gill slit. The three organs and organ systems are present in the animal body. Is that animal body is highly developed. That animals are called which is vertebrate. Second one is invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals. Invertebrata, which means the backbone, spinal cord, pharyngeal gill slit. That three organs are anyone. Among the three, anyone will be absent. That is called invertebrata. Understand? Okay. Now, the vertebrate animals and the invertebrate animals are all the animal skeletal system now, okay, not fully developed. Some animals are very poorly developed. Some animals are highly developed. Another category is, I told you 2 minutes before, which is backbone, spinal cord and a pharyngeal gill slit. That three structure, okay, some animals in embryonic stage present. After the adult stage, that three organs will be absent, which is backbone, spinal cord and a pharyngeal gill slit. Understand? So according to the organ structure, depend on the origins, the animals are classified which is vertebrate and invertebrate groups. So the two characters we are going to decide. Three types of skeletal system present in the whole the animals. One is the types of skeletal system. Types of skeletal system. Three types of skeletal systems are present. One is the, listen, hydroskeleton. Hydrostatic you can call, or hydroskeleton. Hydrostatic skeletal system. Hydrostatic skeletal system. That's the first category. Second one is exoskeleton. Exoskeleton. Third one is endoskeleton. Listen, one is the hydrostatic skeletal system. Second one is exoskeletal system. Third one is endoskeleton. First one, what is hydrostatic skeletal system? The hydrostatic skeletal system, which means a presence of bone. That the bone, it acts as a bone, but it is not a real bone. It is a fluid. The fluid acts as a bone. See, for example, you are taking earthworm. You are taking earthworm. The earthworm, it has a bone. But the animal group itself, which is invertebrata. The animal category is invertebrata. Mostly all the invertebrate categories do not have bones. Some other specific animals it have a bone, but not a real bone, false bone. Understand? The earthworm body is cylindrical elongated structure. Earthworm body is a cylindrical elongated structure. Inside the animal body, presence of coelom. What is the meaning of coelom? Coelom, which means body cavity. Coelom, which means body cavity. The body cavity with presence of fluids. The fluids may contain, which is phosphate and potassium. Calcium plus calcium. Phosphate and potassium, calcium. That iron or minerals are may present in the fluids. That the fluid, it is act which is the fluid, it is act as a bone. The fluid act as a bone. So that types of bone is called, which is hydrostatic skeleton. So very shortly I will explain. Hydrostatic, which means the body contain the coelom. Coelom means a presence of fluid. The fluid act as a bone. That types of bone is called, which is hydrostatic skeletal system. It is present in the earthworm. Second one is exoskeleton. What is the name? Exoskeleton. Exoskeleton, which means the animal body is contain real bone. The bone, it is not present inside the body or inner part of the body. It is present outside the body. For example, cockroach. The cockroach, its own types, it is also invertebrate animals, which is invertebrate animals. So from the animals, by presence of bone, that bone is present, external part of the body structure, locate or covered external part of body structure. That types of skeleton, which is exoskeleton. Example, cockroach, which is cockroach. The cockroach, its own types of arthropod group, insect group. The animal body may contain bone. The bone is covered or provide the protection to animals because of it is present outside the body. So that is called exoskeleton. Another one is endoskeleton. What is the name? Endoskeleton. Endoskeleton, which means the body inside present the bone, or the bone is present inside or internal part of body structure. That types of skeleton, which is endoskeleton. Example, human beings. Example, human beings. See, or human being body, total body is covered by the skin. Inside this presence of muscle. That inside present the bone. That is called a endoskeleton. What is the name? Endoskeleton. So we are very well now from throughout the animal bodies. From the animal kingdoms. Animals are classified by two categories. One is the vertebrate. Second one is invertebrate. Vertebrate, which means the presence of backbone and spinal cord and a pharyngeal gill slit. Invertebrate means the backbone and the spinal cord and a pharyngeal gill slit may absent. That category is invertebrata. Another one, among the two categories, we present three types of skeletal structure or bone. One is the hydrostatic skeleton, exoskeleton, third one is endoskeleton. Okay, the human body, as I told you, the adult human body may present, human being may present, how many number of bones are there? 206. The adult human being bodies may contain, how many number of bones? 206 number of bones. The 206 number of bones plus cartilages, including bone. Bone is otherwise called skeleton. That name is bone or skeleton. It's one category. Second one is cartilages. Cartilages. So the adult human body may present 206 number of bones and cartilages. Cartilages, bone structure presence. That 206 number of bones we are going to classify two categories. How many number categories? Two categories. One is the axial skeleton, second one is appendicular skeleton. You just listen. One is the human skeletal system may have, which is exactly 206 number of bones. You know one thing, at the embryonic stage, I told that, which is the human embryo may contain, which is three layers: primary embryonic layer, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderms. At the embryonic fully developed, after the infant body may present 300 number of bones are there. Understand? You may ask the questions from me. Sir, at the embryonic stage or infant stage, may presence of 300 number of bones. After the adult form, we came at 206. What will happen? Remaining bones where is gone? May ask the questions. Reason, at the embryonic stage to infant stage, 300 number of bones are present. That bone, some of the bones are cartilaginous forms. The cartilaginous forms, small bones are, and the growing stage, two bones are fused from one bones. Because of the 300 number of bones are reduced into 206. Okay, because of told which is the adult human body may present 206 number of bones. The 206 number of bones we are going to classify in two categories. I told you one is the axial skeleton. One is the axial skeleton. And second one is appendicular skeleton. One is the axial skeleton and second one is appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton, which means 80 number of bones are among the 206. 80 number of bones are axial skeleton. And appendicular skeleton 126. You don't worry, I will explain what are the bones are, why that is called axial and why it is called appendicular, and what are the part of which is called axial and appendicular. Now, the adult human body may present 206 number of bones. The 206 number of bones are furtherly classified into two categories. One is the axial skeleton. The second one is appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton 80 number of bones. Appendicular skeleton 126. What is the name? 126. Now, the entire human body may classify two parts. The two parts, which bone? What are the bones are called axial skeleton? What are the bones are called appendicular skeleton? First one, the axial skeleton. First one, the skull bone. The axial skeleton. First one is skull bone. The second one is vertebral bones. Vertebral bones, and third one is cervical bone. Cervical bone. Fourth one is thoracic bone. Thoracic bone. And fifth one is sternum. Sternum bone. Sixth one is hyoid bone. Hyoid bone. See, this is the part of which is axial skeleton. The part of axial skeleton. Listen. The skull bone, it have 22 number of bones. From the skull, I mean the head part is composed of which is 22 number of bones. From the skull, we have 8 number of bones. I mean from the cranial bones. Cranial bone and facial bones. Cranial means except face. Remaining all the bones are called which is cranial bone or cranial cavity. It is made up of 8 bones. Second, facial bones are 14. So 14 plus 8 equal to how many? 22. Remaining vertebral bones are 33. The serial arrangement of vertebral bones are 33. Each bone serially arranged, which means one by one. That like serially arranged. That bone, first bone is called atlas. Atlas, second bone is called axis. Atlas and axis serially arranged, that is called vertebral bone. The vertebral bone otherwise called a backbone. What is the name? Backbone. So that serial arrangement of backbone or vertebral bones are alternative form, that is called atlas and axis. Atlas and axis. The number of bone is which is 33. Second one is cervical bone, that is including 33. Next one, thoracic bone. The thoracic means chest cavity. Below the neck, a presence of a wide region. This structure which is thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity, it is made up of sternum and ribcage. Sternum, it's a one bone. Ribcage bones are 12 pairs. How much? 12 pairs of bone. I mean 24 plus 1 equal 25. 25 number of bones are constructed, which is thoracic cavity. The next one is sternum. I told you, sternum is a one bone. It is a pliant structure. Next one, hyoid bone. What is hyoid bone? Hyoid, which means, see, that is our skull or head structure. That is a cervical part or neck region. In between the lower jaw, that mouth parts we constructed bone. It is a maxilla, that is mandible. Below the mandible, a small U shape is there. That U shape of bone name is hyoid bone. What is the name? Hyoid bone. So hyoid bone, skull bone, thoracic bone. These bones are including, that is called which is axial skeleton. 80 number of bones. Okay. And second one is appendicular skeleton. What is the name? Appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton, I told you, 126. How many number of bones are there? 126 number of bones are there. Simply I will tell the number of bones. Elaborately explain. Just listen. See, appendicular skeleton, which means it is including pectoral gird and pelvic girds. See, that is called the pectoral regions. And below the abdomen, this region is which is pelvic girds. Another one, upper limbs and lower limbs. Upper limbs, which means we have right hand and left hand. Two hands are called upper limbs. Limb means legs. Okay. Lower limbs means, see, that is which is our lower body is present two legs. The two legs, each leg consists of which is and 30 number of bones. Listen. So 126. That 126 number of bones in upper limbs. The upper limbs may consist right hand, which is right hand bones are present 30 numbers. Left hand, the left hand bones may present 30 number of bones. Next one is lower limbs. Lower limbs. The lower limbs are may present right leg. I mean the right leg is may present how much? 30 number of bones. Plus left leg also may present. Left leg also may present 30 number of bones. So from the upper hands, 30 plus 30 equal to 60. From the lower limbs, I mean the legs may present 30 plus 30 equal to 60. How much? 120. 60 plus 60 equal to 120 number of bones. Remaining 6 number of bones what happens? See, from the pectoral girds and the pelvic gird, each part may presence of which is remaining 6 number of bones. So totally 120 plus 6 equal to 126. So axial skeleton 80, appendicular skeleton 126. Both are including, okay, 206 number of bones are there. 206 number of bones are present in our bodies. Now we are going to talk about the functions of skeletal system. From our bodies, skeletal system, what are the functions they are going to manage? That is called the functions of skeletal system. Functions of skeletal system. First one is supportive functions. What is the name? Supportive functions. Listen. Functions of skeleton. Functions of skeleton. First function is supportive function. Support, which means balance the body weight. Supportive function means balance the body weight, provide the protection to our body structure. The framework of the body structure may constructed, which is skeletal system. Our body skeletal system, it is designed our body structure. Head structure designed by skull, thoracic cavity, hand structure, leg structure. Each part is designed by which is our body skeletal system or bone. So that is called which is supportive functions. And the shape also. And each body and organ system, hand, leg and a particular shape is designed by which is skeletal system, I mean a bone. Without bone, you cannot get a proper structure. The head, from the head, a bone will be removed, what will happen? The head will be collapsed. From your hands, the bone will be removed, what happened? Hands you cannot get, may be collapse. So, our body shape is designed by which is skeletal structure. So one is a supportive function, another one is shape. A particular shape is given by which is skeletal, and a co-joint which is support of muscular structure. Another one is protection, more important. The protection structure. Protection of our bodies, very important organs. Lung structure, heart structure, esophagus structure, and the brain, many important organs and tissues are protected by which is skeletal. The skeletal structure, it is provide the protection to important body organs. Very familiar example, high structure also provide the protection by this which is bone. It is orbit cavity. Our body important organ, master organ, brain. Brain also protected by skull bone, I mean a bone structure. From thoracic cavity may present heart and lungs. The heart and lungs and the esophagus and many important organs are protected by skeletal structure. So the bone is mainly which is protective functions. Meantime, protective functions. Second one is it is act as a reservoir. Act as a reservoir. The skeletal system, it is act as a reservoir. A reservoir, which means storage functions. What is storage? You are taking through the nutrients, many energetic components. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus. And that likes of iron content also. And in nutrients, protein, carbohydrate, lipids, vitamins, many nutrient components are needed for body physiological functions. That nutrients are stored by which is skeletal. From the skeletal, I mean a vertebral columns and a ribcage bone inside may present hollow structure. Hollow means empty. From the empty structures may present bone marrow. The bone marrow secrete the blood cells, which is RBC, WBC and the platelets. Bone marrow are two categories, yellow bone marrow, red bone marrow. Two bone marrows are present. That bone marrow present in the inside the bone cavity. I mean the name is hollow structure. It is secretion function and respiratory functions followed by skeletal structure. Another one is locomotions. I clearly explained in the previous class what is the meaning of locomotion. Locomotion, which means movement. What is movement? Internal body organ movements. Two bones are end where they are meted, that name is ligament or joint. Between the joints, moving activities, that is called locomotions, and the internal body components, chemical components are they are going to move from the one part of the body to another part of bodies. That is also called locomotions. So the locomotion functions also regulated by which is skeletal structure. Second one is strength of our bodies. The human body, approximate body weight, normally 55 to 60 kilograms. The entire body weight we are going to balance by the skeletal system, and we are going to upright straight. We are with the stand. We are going to upright with the stand. It is also supported by which is skeletal system. We are going to walk, that movement, everything, all the human body activities are supported by which is strength. So that the strength is provided by skeletal system. What is the name? Skeletal system. So this is functions of skeletal system. See, axial skeleton. What is the name? Axial skeleton. The axial skeleton, I told you. Axial skeleton, the first one is the skull bone. The skull bone, it is otherwise, one of the part is axial skeleton. The skull bone, I already told you, 22 number of bones are present. From the skull bone is a part of axial skeleton, may present 22 number of bones. The 22 number of bones, first one is cranial bone. Cranial bone is 8 pair or 8 number of bones are there. Second one is facial bone. Facial bone is 14. Facial bone is 14. So 14 plus 8 equal to 22 numbers. Now we are going to find out the particular bone and the names. I told you the skull bone, it is made up of 22 number of bones. The 22 number of bones, we are two parts. One is a skull bone, I mean a cranial bone. Another one is facial bones. Skull bone, it has 4 pairs or 8 pairs of bones are there. That 8 pairs bone, one is the frontal bones, and first thing which is cranial bone. The cranial bone, first one, frontal bone, parietal bone, and next one is temporal bone, and next one occipital. So frontal, parietal, temporal and occipitals. Another one is sphenoid bone, ethmoid bones. Sphenoid bones and ethmoid bones and frontal, parietal, temporal, occipitals. All the bones are individuals. All the bones are individually they are designed, but one bone connect with the another bones. One bone connect with the another bones. I told you 2 bones are end where they are meted. That structure which is joints. What is the name? Joints. So joints, which means 2 bones are end where they are meted. That junction is called which is articulation or joints. But here, from the skull bone, 1 bones are joined with another bones. They form a junction. That junction is suture. From the skull bone, the junction we cannot call the junction. We should call another name suture. So what is the meaning of suture? Suture, which means from the cranial bone, junctions are formed. That junction name is suture. Understand? Another one is from the facial bones, which is facial bone is there, 14 number of bones. Let us explain. See, between the cranial bones, it is formed in many cavities. The brain located from the skull bone cavity, that name is cranial box or cranial cavity. Our eye is located from the skull bone also, facial bones. That name is orbit cavity. See this cavity, two eyes are there. That cavity name is orbit cavity. Our ear is located in the temporal bone. That name is auditory cavities. What is the name? Auditory cavities. And the other one is foramen magnum, which means a very important structure. Foramen magnum, it's a very large cavities and permanent cavities formed from the skull bone. So this is the part of which is cranial cavities. Another one is facial bones. The facial bone is, I am talking now, this is facial bones. Facial bones are 14. That 14 number of bones are, one is the maxilla and mandibles. Maxilla and mandibles and palatine bones and zygomatic bones. Maxilla, mandible, maxilla, mandible, zygomatic bone and palatine bones. So maxilla, which means, very carefully listen. So mouth part is designed by two jaws. One is the upper jaw, second one is lower jaw. Upper jaw, otherwise is designed by maxilla bones. Lower jaw is designed by which is mandible. So our body mouth structure designed by two types of bone. One is the maxilla, second one is mandible. Maxilla and mandibles. Another one is zygomatic bones between the two orbit cavity. A nose is there. So very the strong bone structure here present. That name is zygomatic bone. What is the name? Zygomatic bones. And palatine bones also present. And between the corner point we present lacrimal bones. What is the name? Lacrimal bones, lacrimal cavities. Lacrimal cavity and lacrimal structure is palm. That is a part of which is facial bone. So facial bone is made up of 14 number of bones. The 14 number of bones are a pair of bones, which is maxilla, mandible, zygomatic, palatine and bones are may form. That inside may presents orbit cavity, buccal cavity. Upper jaw and lower jaw, I means a maxilla and mandible. Both are from a cavity. That name is buccal cavity. Orbit cavity means high cavity. Nasal cavity, which means nose. From a facial bone, among the 14 number of bones are formed, which is nasal cavity, nose, aeration cavity. That is called nasal cavity. It is from important structure. Another one is ear bones. That is a facial bone. Another one is ear bones are there. That is ear bone is, it is otherwise called ear ossicles. I means auditory meters. Auditory meters and or ear bones. The right side and left side we have 2 ears. Each inner and middle are consisted of 3 pairs of bones. I mean, say each part is 3. We are going to compare, that is a 3 pairs. Okay, 3 set of bones are there. Right ear may contain malleus, incus, stapes. Just listen. Ear bones. Ear bones otherwise called ear ossicles or auditory bones. That bones are present inside the ear cavity. I mean it's a middle ear. One is the malleus, incus, stapes. All the bones are included, which is facial bone. I mean from the head bone, 22 number of bones including. Okay, I told you maxilla and mandible design the mouth structure. Ear ossicles may present malleus, incus and stapes, the parts. Next we are going to talk about from the axial skeleton. From the axial skeleton, thoracic bone. The vertebral bones, it's a part of axial skeleton. Vertebral bone is a part of axial skeleton. The number of vertebral bone is 33. Number of vertebral bone is 33. The 33 number of vertebral bones are serially arranged. So single vertebrae bones, I will draw the structure. You just listen. That is simple structure. But you should very clearly observe to me. Then only you can learn how to draw the structure. See, this is a single which is structure which is vertebral bones. A single structure vertebral bone, it's like that likes of bones are present which is 33 number of bones. The 33 number of bones are serially arranged. The vertebral bone otherwise called a backbone. What is the name? Backbone. It is based, present in the, from the below the skull to end of the pelvic regions. Below the base of the skull, which is the backbone present below the skull bone to end of the backbone or pelvic. Pelvic, which means below the abdomen. So between the bones serially arrange that bone which is backbone. Next one is the backbone. 33 number of bones we are going to classify it in 5 categories. One is the cervical vertebrae. The backbone we are going to classify 5 types. Types of backbone is 5. Among the 5, first one, cervical vertebrae. Cervical vertebrae or cervical vertebrae. Second one is thoracic vertebrates. Thoracic vertebrae. Third one is lumbar. Lumbar vertebrae. And the fourth one is thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae and sacrum. Sacrum vertebrae. Fifth one is coccygeals. And fifth type is coccyx. Coccyx vertebrae. So totally 5 different types of vertebral bone or backbones are present. So the thoracic vertebrae, it is design our neck structure. That is maybe 7 number of bones. Thoracic vertebrae presents 12 pairs. How much? 12 pairs. Lumbar vertebrae present 5. Sacral vertebrae presents 5. Coccygeal vertebrae presents 5. So all the bones are including how much? 33 number of bones. 33 number of bones. So these bones are serially arranged. That bone name is one is the atlas. Atlas. Second one is axis. One is atlas. Second one is axis. See, this is the first bone which is atlas. Second same bone is okay. Another bone is which is axis. One is axis, that is atlas and axis. Each bones are serially arranged from the backbone or vertebral bone. 33 number of bones are present. 33 number of bones are present. Each vertebrae is design or provide the body strength, balancing the body weight and supporting the body weight. See, that is which is backbone or vertebral bones. Next one is sternum. What is the meaning of sternum? Or body thoracic cavity or chest cavity designed by ribcage bone and sternum. Ribcage bone and sternum. Pair means each. Right side one bone, left side one bone. Both bones are connected or joined with the sternum. Listen. See, this is a sternum bone structure. That is a sternum bone structure. That bone, it is connecting, which is the right ribs and the left ribs. Right ribs and left, both ribs are connected by which is sternum. That name is sternum. In sideways attached, that is called the ribcage bones. The ribcage bone, it's a encircled structure. That is called the ribcage bones. But we are taking which is sternum. Sternum, that is a flat and long bone structure. It is attached with the chest muscles. Attached with the chest muscles. That is called which is the sternum bone. Next one is, I told you, ribcage bone. Ribcage bones are, I told you, how much number of bones? 12 pairs of bones are there. 12 pairs of bones are there. Right side and left side. That is the left side. Second one is the right side. So along the right side, 12 number of bones. Left side also present 12 number of bones. Because I told you, which is 12 pairs of bones are present in the ribcage bones. So listen, 12 pairs of bones are designed our front for the body's thoracic cavity. Before the abdomen, presence of that cavity is called the thoracic cavity. So first 1 to 7 pair. First 1 to 7 pairs of bones are called, which is true ribs. Two ribs. The true ribs otherwise called, which is the two ribs otherwise called thoracic vertebral bones. Thoracic vertebral bones, first 7 pair is otherwise called true ribs. Second one is, so one type, second one is 8 to 10. 8 to 10 number of bones are false ribs. False is abdominal, thoracic, okay, vertebral bones. Vertebral bones, 8 to the remaining 11 to 12 number of bones are, that is called floating ribs. Floating ribs. So totally 12 pairs of ribcage bones are there. The 12 pairs of ribcage bones are, they are classified 3 categories. 1 to 7, I mean the first 7 pairs of ribcage bones are called true ribs. Why that ribs are called true ribs? Anterior part of the body structure attached with the sternum. Back side, attached with the backbone. So the encircled structure of which is ribcage bones are two side. Front side attached with the sternum, back side attached with the vertebral bones. So 7 bone only directly attached with 2 end. That is called true ribs. 8 to 12, 8 to 10 number of bones are not directly attached with the sternum and the backbone. It is called, which is false ribs. Next one is 11 and 12th ribs are called floating ribs. It is not attached with the sternum in the front side. It is not attached with the back side of the vertebral bone. It's a floating. Attached with the muscle, it's a floating. So that is called floating ribs. So 12 pairs of ribs are classified 3 categories: true ribs, false rib, and floating ribs. Okay. So this is the part which is axial skeleton. From the skeletal system, we have another part is which is appendicular skeleton. Remaining 126 number of bones are, I will give the explanation to the next class. Tomorrow we have a class. I will explain tomorrow. You very clearly observe the video. Fully watch the video. Any other clarification if you need, give the comments. That the clarification I will give the next video. My kindly request, be safe and observe the video. It's a more benefit for you. Thank you.